Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Um, so, I haven't created a video in a long time, but I created this video because I wanted to share a poem slash prayer slash declaration that I wrote for my family. To give you a little background, my family and I are currently in mourning. My cousin Travis died. He was young. He was 54 years old, um, and it was devastating to our family. And to be to be even more transparent, over the last 10 years, we've had several significant losses that were devastating. Don't get me wrong, like death is always devastating. It's always hard. But I firmly believe it's even harder when you lose someone that's young. And the losses that we've experienced over the last 10 years, um, yeah, they've all been significantly young. And it's been hard. And, even going back beyond that 10 years, I sit here and recall, losses of family members. They were extremely young, So it, my family has been through, a difficult season, a difficult decade, and on top of that, we had, a couple scares, and one recent scare. The most recent scare was with my cousin who had a medical trauma. If you're on Facebook, you probably know it. If you're connected with me and my family anyway, you probably are aware of the fact that Devisha had a medical trauma. And I thank God that she, made it through and she's in recovery, and we are praying for her full recovery. But with all that being said, when you go through stuff like trauma and loss, there's a lot of intense emotions that you experience, and back in the days when I was younger, I used to process my emotions through writing poetry. I would filter my experiences and process my emotions through writing poetry, and I kind of got away from that. But here in like the last couple of years, I find myself back there again, where, it looks a little different though. Like, cause I'm a praying woman. Like anybody who knows me knows, they should know that I'm a woman of faith, that I'm a praying woman. And what I've been finding myself doing lately is, writing my prayers out almost in poetry style. Not all of them, but, some of them do come out that way. And today I found myself doing that. And so I created this prayer that's also a declaration and a poem for my family that I want to share. And it's inspired by everything that, we've experienced over this last 10 years, and the things that are going on within my, not just in my family, but in the world at large. What I see, what I've been, able to see that's impacting us, right? And so, that's enough about all that. That's enough to be said. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I want to also say that, um, the poem is short. It's about a minute long. I didn't title it, and I did not remember it. Like, I always have a hard time remembering my poems. So I will be reading. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm going to take a sip of water, and I'm going to read my poem. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to comprehend what's going on with my kin. I wish I could press rewind and start all over again. Because this day that has come to be, I never thought I would see, where so many of my beloved are not here with me. They're gone too early, way too soon, and my heart and mind can't get in tune with what's come to be in my family. I think I need to go stand in the rain just so I can process all this pain. I need to let the tears flow so that all the sorrow will go. Truly, I don't understand. But even in my mourning, I can see God's hand. And God, you've opened up my eyes so that I can see the powers and principalities that be in the dark world. On a deeper level, you've given me eyes to see the devil. He's come to kill, steal, and destroy. Help my family to see his deploy. I cry out to you, God. Give me boldness and courage to call it what it is so that our sins won't be passed down to our kids. This life is not a game. My family will never be the same. Pain can make a person go insane. God, erase all the guilt, erase all the shame, and help us work through any self-blame. God, in your presence, I humbly bow, and I claim victory for my family even now. By the power and authority invested in me, I declare my family will be completely set free. I boldly take a stand against the devil's plan. Addiction, affliction, deception, division, My God has already made a revision. The works of the enemy no longer have power over us. In God, we will put our trust. We will let love prevail because in that we cannot fail. We will live free and we will be everything that God created us to be. God, you know the purpose and plan you have for our life, and I know it's not pain, heartache, or strife. Nonetheless, here we are in this place. So I will continue to seek your face. I won't give up and I won't give in because I know with you, God, we win. And we all getting in, period, with a T. Note to self and everybody else. Speak your faith over your family, not your fears. Thank you for tuning in.